So now we're going to investigate y equals x minus h squared. So you see that the h value is in a bracket with the x, okay? And there's a minus before it, okay? So it's x minus h squared. In order to actually find the value of h, you have to remove it from the bracket and then make it the opposite sign. So that means if I have x minus 2 squared, the actual value for h is 2. Because the negative is already part of the equation. Negative is already part of the equation. So the h value is 2. Okay? So the h is always the opposite sign of what you see. Okay? So if you see a negative, it's a positive. If you see a positive, it's a negative. So let's say if you have x plus 4 squared, so the h value is negative 4. Okay? Don't mess this up because it will ruin your whole graph. Okay? So, x means horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. That's right. X is horizontal. Okay? So guess what kind of transformation I'm going to have here? It's a horizontal shift. You know the previous one was vertical shift? Now the graph is going to move either to the left or to the right. Okay? Before the graph moved up and down. Okay? Now it's going to move either to the left or to the right because it's with the x, so it's with the horizontal. Okay? So I'm going to go to Desmos and I'm going to graph these and then we're going to see what kind of transformation we're going to see. You guys have to help me with the equations because I don't see them when I go to Desmos. So y equals, was it x minus 2 squared?
Yeah.
All right, so what do we see here? It moved which way?
Right.
To the right 2. What's the value of h? Positive 2, right? It's the opposite of what we see.
We don't have to write the positive, right?
No, you can say just 2. Okay? So you see that the value of the h is 2, and then the graph moved 2 to the right.
Right. If it's positive, then it will move to right. If it's
Yes.
negative, then move to left.
If the h value is positive, it moves to the right. If the h value is negative, it moves to the left. That's right. So let's see y equals, oh, before we move on, what is the vertex?
0.
Be careful.
Oh, 2 0.
2, 0.
Why?
Because the x goes first.
Okay, yeah.
2,
2
0. Right? So, y equals x minus 4 squared. Where do you think the vertex is going to be? 4, 0. That's right. Okay? So the vertex is at 4, 0. Okay? And it moved 4, so compared to the first one, it moves 4 units to the right. Okay? Can you guys tell me what the next one is?
xy x plus 1 squared.
Plus 1 squared. So what do you guys think this is going to be?
Gonna be
Negative 1 to the
negative
left.
1 0.
1 step to
Yeah,
1 to the left, and it's going to be negative 1, 0. That's correct. Okay? So we call this a horizontal shift, 1 unit to the left. Okay? And what's the next one, Jonathan? Y equals?
Y equals x plus 1.
plus
No.
3.
Oh, plus 3, yeah. I was off my own little head for a second. I didn't even see that.
Okay, so plus 3, that means my vertex is at negative 3, 0, and I have a horizontal translation 3 units to the left. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and put it right here. Okay, so let's fill this
So they're
table.
opening all of them up.
Yes, the H and K don't affect the opening.
Okay.
Only the A value affect the opening. Okay? So, let's look at this. So the value of H is, for this one, what's the value of H?
Positive 2.
Positive 2. Okay? Opening, up, I can write up for all of these, right? I have no, this is not going to change. Okay? What is the vertex?
2, 0.
2, 0. Vertex is a point, so I have to have the x and the y. Okay? Now let's go back here for a second, and let's look at, so I have the black graph right here, right? Where do you see the axis of symmetry? X equals to 2. That's right. If you look right here, right, your axis of symmetry, which is in the middle, right, it's at x equals 2. So what value of the vertex is it? It's the x value of the vertex. So it's this, right? This. You guys see that? All right. So according, like comparing to y equals x squared, it's a horizontal shift, so it moves to the right. Yes.
Because if it goes to the left, it would be negative.
That's right.
Yep.
So what's the value here for h?
4,
Move, it's opening up. The vertex is
4, 0.
the axis of symmetry.
4.
X equals 4. Remember, you have to write the x, and it moves to the right. Okay. The h value here is
Negative 1.
-1. Remember, it's opposite to what you see. The vertex is -1, 0. X equals -1 and moves to the left. 3. X. Now, when the h value is greater than 0, so this is where the h value is greater than 0, right? It moves to the right. The parabola shifts to the right. How does it look like in the bracket? Does it look positive in the bracket or does it look negative in the bracket? It would look negative in the bracket, right? Remember that if h is positive, then it would look negative in the bracket. Okay? This would be an example. If h is less than 0, so if it's negative, the parabola shifts to the left. How would it look in the bracket? Positive. So the value of h describes the horizontal translation. Okay? So the horizontal translation or the horizontal shift. So does it go right or left? It provides the value for the horizontal shift, right?
And the value of x in the vertex.
And is the value of x on the vertex? And it's also the axis of symmetry. You guys remember that? Yeah? Yeah. So the h value gives you the x value of the vertex, and it also is the same thing as the axis of symmetry. Okay? You guys see that? H, this, and that's a horizontal shift, H. So what I would like you to do right now, I would like you to state the transformation and graph this. Can I move? So I want you to state the transformation. And graph y equals x plus 3 squared.